mortgage is far beyond our expectation.
He's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
Hello and welcome to Everyone Deserves a Home, a program brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to inform and enlighten you about the affairs of the bank as it strives to bring a solution to the housing needs of Nigerians. My name is Zulaihat Belagobir, your regular host. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is not relenting in efforts to ensure that every NHF contributor gets a package that suits his or her needs through the introduction of various products. And so, to help contributors make up their minds, the bank's zonal and state offices remain committed to providing support for the NHF contributors. In this episode, we will take a look at the Kaduna Zonal office and see how it has fared, particularly with the bank's new products. This, along with other segments, will form our episode tonight. Keep watching.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced *219#. *219# is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial *219#. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like *219*3# to retrieve your NHF number, *219*4*1# to check your last 5 transactions, and *219*4*2# to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. *219#. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
In our news tonight, Bengiwa flags off Bristol City projects. These and other news coming up shortly. Please stay with us.
The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Bengiwa, has said that the bank will deliver about 5,000 housing units from its mini-city housing development program in the next 12 months.
I was highly impressed when I came through the gate.
He disclosed this at the groundbreaking ceremony of Bristol City project recently. The Managing Director expressed delight in the project while also taking time out to explain the role of the bank in the housing sector.
In our own way of FMBN, we have committed ourselves to ensuring that Nigerians have access to decent and secure accommodations through affordable mortgage financing, especially ordinary Nigerians who have limited opportunities and access to products in the Nigerian financial sector. Although we are not where we are desired to be yet, FMBN has done wonderfully well. The evidence abounds with FMBN-sponsored estates, touching the nooks and crannies of the nation's landscape. There is no state in the country you will go today without at least 1 or 2 FMBN-sponsored estates. This is apart from individual mortgages advanced to other Nigerians to build, renovate, and purchase houses individually.
Bengiwa also revealed that the Bristol City project will provide 350 housing units of 4-bedroom terraces. Representing Brains and Hammers, the developer of the project, Honorable Nladi Amos, in his opening speech, stated that the event marks the beginning of the construction of the second phase of the Brains and Hammers City. He acknowledged the FMBN as a strategic partner in the project.
Overall, we are creating a new district within the Federal Capital Territory called Brains and Hammers City.
I've got Almighty to assist in delivering these housing projects for the benefit of Nigerians. Thank you very much.
The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Bengiwa, has restated the bank's commitment towards enhancing access to affordable homes for Nigerians. He made this known during the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the bank and Family Homes Funds, a leading housing investment institution. Dangiwa said that the collaboration will help to significantly augment the efforts made in addressing the housing deficit in the country.
We agreed within ourselves that all these houses that have been produced by the family huntsman or funded by the family huntsman will come over and then provide mortgages as long as these people are NHF subscribers. To us, to any other project that family huntsman can produce anywhere nationwide, as long as the houses are on ground and PMIs are gotten to create the mortgages, the FMBN will be there to provide mortgages to Nigerians as long as they are NHF contributors.
Also speaking, Managing Director, Family Homes Funds, Femi Adewole, said that addressing the housing deficit in Nigeria can only be achieved through strong partnerships.
A big focus of the agreement is partnership around projects. But actually for us, I think that it goes beyond that. And I think it goes beyond that in two respects. Number one is understanding that doing what our both organizations are committed to doing in terms of addressing the housing situation in Nigeria can only be done through strong partnerships. And we hope and look forward to this as being a part of the process of developing that very strong partnership that involves sharing of knowledge, sharing of information, and working together towards a common goal.
The MOU is designed to enable the two organizations leverage on their housing development mandates towards tackling housing deficit in Nigeria. In the agreement, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria will provide mortgage loans to NHF contributors for houses funded by Family Homes Funds.
The zonal and branch offices of the FMBN have specific roles to play in running the affairs of the bank. They are the closest to contributors and have direct contact with customers. The success or otherwise of new products introduced by the FMBN depends largely on how well the state and zonal officers carry out their mandate. Tonight, in our next segment, Building Blocks, we shall be looking at how the Kaduna Zonal office that coordinates 7 branch officers has fared in this regard. Stay tuned.
The branch offices of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria are the first port of call for any contributor to the NHF scheme, be it existing or new.
We do mobilization and registration. That's we mobilize new entrants into the NHF scheme and register them. We also do sensitization and enlightenment, that is educating them on how the National Housing Fund operates and the benefits they stand to derive from the scheme. We also do collection and accounting for the funds collected. We also process loans. We process refunds for beneficiaries that are about to exit from the scheme.
The branch office is, however, not a standalone. It is answerable and reports to the zonal office. Just as branch offices are spread across the country, so are zonal offices found across each geopolitical zone of the nation. The zonal offices were established to coordinate branch offices within the zone.
In each zone you have some branches, and the main aim of creating the zonal office is to coordinate the functions, the activities of these branches. And apart from even the coordination and functions of these branch offices, it also includes the zonal manager being like the chief marketing officer at the zone.
Kaduna Zonal Office is one of the zonal offices of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. 7 states are under the control of the Kaduna Zonal Office. They include Kaduna, Kebbi, Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, Zamfara, and Jigawa states. Each of these states are already part of the NHF scheme, except Kano State, which is yet to rejoin, as efforts are in place to have the state return to the scheme.
Of late, both the Labour and Kano State government have understood the importance and needs of their civil servants to join the scheme. And that is why the management try as much as they can to see that a lot of projects, about 6 to 7 different kind of projects are being constructed in Kano, so that we may not have any excuse where a civil servant living in Kano will say, we have not seen houses, that's why we have not seen the benefit of National Housing Fund. We are meeting with them, and even I know the last time our MD were in Kano, they held meeting with the state government, held meeting with the labor leaders. We are still talking, and we have not backed down, and we are hoping that it's just a matter of time. Kano State will come on board.
One of the primary functions of the zonal office is to mediate between the branch offices, stakeholders, contributors, and the head office. In the past, before the current management under the leadership of architect Ahmed Lengiwa came into office, only one product of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria was popular, that is the NHF loan. When this management came into office, new products like the Home Renovation Loan, Rent-to-Own, Individual Construction Loan, and Cooperative Housing Development Loan were introduced.
The management came up with this basket of products. You find out that it is not every Nigerian, not every worker will be able to afford, let's say, a house of, 10 million with a personal stake of also 10%. So the management felt, look, the first thing we'll do is the lower cadre of workers and lower income who cannot afford, whose salary is very low, there's need to take off the issue of personal stake of 10%. So those houses, those request loans below 5 million, the bank is not requesting any person to contribute 10%.
Currently, the bank has over 6 products it works with to provide houses to Nigerians, and these products do not only meet the needs of contributors but also of developers. Each year, every zone is given a target it must remit to the head office and for Kaduna. It was given a target of 5.2 billion naira in the year 2020, out of which over 4.4 billion naira was realized, representing a performance rate of over 70%. For new products such as the Home Renovation Loan, which has a very high performance rate, the Kaduna Zone has so far disbursed over 9.9 billion naira to over 13,000 beneficiaries across the zone. The Rent-to-Own, on the other hand, which is still very new to the scheme in the zone, has had over 275 million naira disbursed to over 78 beneficiaries, while over 100 million naira has been disbursed for the Individual Construction Loan. One area the Kaduna branch office has excelled is in the processing and payment of NHF refunds.
If there is any of the products today, one of the products Nigerians can praise this management is in terms of refund. In those years, it takes someone to get his reform probably 1 year, 2 years before he gets refund. But I assure you now, with the coming of this management, reform has never stayed more than maximum of 2 to 3 months.
So far, over 5.1 billion naira have been refunded to over 265,000 beneficiaries in the zone. The branch offices report their progress to the zonal office on a monthly basis, and the zonal office reports to the field office coordination group quarterly. This group oversees the activities of the zonal and branch offices as well as ensures compliance to the NHF Act. Working together in harmony ensures the FMBN delivers on its mandate to provide affordable housing solutions for Nigerians wherever they reside.
You are watching Everyone Deserves a Home, an enlightenment program of the FMBN. In our next segment, Project in Focus, we shall be looking at an estate delivered under the Cooperative Housing Development Loan located in Yola, Adamawa State. Stay tuned as we bring you details of this project.
It all began 2 years ago, where members of the Federal Medical Center Cooperative Society met with Spiral Nigeria Limited, an estate developer, to discuss its housing needs. Because they were contributors to the NHF scheme, it was easy to meet the FMBN for funding.
About 2 years ago, some staffs of Federal Medical Center Yola approached us in our Yola office here. They have a gap, they have a niche for housing. Because of the location of the hospital, and particularly Yola town, there are shortages of houses in Yola. So specifically, I was with the desk officer, they met us, we discussed, and we came up with an idea. We told them, since they are contributors to the National Housing Fund, we asked them to apply to Federal Mortgage Bank. We did some presentations, we got the requirements from Federal Mortgage Bank, and that's how they apply. They applied to Federal Mortgage Bank after all the due consultations, and all they were able to meet all the requirements. The project was being awarded.
The four-phased project commenced in early 2020 with the first phase of 19 units comprising of 11 units of 3-bedroom fully detached bungalows and 8 units of 2-bedroom fully detached bungalows already completed. A total of 60 housing units are expected at the end of the project, comprising 35 units of 3 bedrooms and 25 units of 2 bedrooms fully detached bungalows. At every stage of the project, a group of monitors, both from the bank and assigned by the developer, check and monitor the project to ensure good quality of work.
They have their consultant who we work with him almost when at the stage of construction. Every day he's here, he reports weekly, and the Yola branch staffs are usually in this site for their own inspection, and there's a weekly report they send to their head office, and with the owner of the consultant, we work together to specifications, and if you can see, that's what we have done and delivered for the site at this stage.
A total of 372 million naira was approved for the project. So far, 99 million naira has been disbursed for the first phase of the project. When the second tranche is disbursed, infrastructure for the first phase will commence and the project continues.
As long as we go the second phase, there is a certain amount of the infrastructure that will be paid into the second phase of the project, so that we can, if you see, we have done all the beaconings of the roads and everything. We are just waiting for them so that we can move ahead.
Other infrastructure and facilities will also be made available when the estate is completed.
Managing Director of Copen Group of Companies, Ugochukwu Chime, has said that the real estate firm will deliver over 1,500 housing units across different sectors within 3 years in order to mitigate the nation's housing deficit. Mr. Ugochukwu Chime made this known at the launch of Copen Housing Group in Enugu. He noted that Nigeria's housing deficit currently stands at over 20 million units, and in the face of the colossal statistics, it has become a burden on the company to assist in overcoming the national housing challenge. According to him, the 1,500 housing units would be built in Abuja, Lagos, Awka in Anambra State, Abakaliki in Ebonyi State, Nsukka, 9th Mile Corner in Enugu, among others. He added that the company's over 15 years experience in housing development has placed it at vintage position to deliver timely, efficient and cost-effective buildings. Chime lauded state governments and the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN) for providing the enabling environment for the group to thrive. He added that from this year 2021, the firm will deliver 500 housing units each year for the next 3 years as part of their contribution to meeting the need of people. Zealous Group International has officially announced the commissioning of its new real estate project called Lekki Pride, which should comprise of luxurious, smart and affordable homes. The real estate firm during the unveiling disclosed that the initiative took root from the organization's dedication and contribution in solving the housing deficit problem of the country. Group Managing Director, Zealous Group International, Oluwatosin Olatujoye, stated that the Housing Development Initiative is the first of its kind within the Lekki axis, as the building will have features such as electric key cards and fingerprint locks. He said that as part of efforts to ensure the estate is entirely secure, Zealous will incorporate CCTV cameras, GSM access control, top-notch security personnel, as well as electric wired fences.
Our segment Dream Come True is up next. Tonight, we tell the story of Barnabas Yunusa, an NHF contributor in Bauchi State. Let's hear him.
You may be threatened every year. I thought mortgage is an alien thing.
When this house came, I even added weight.
I was really happy about that.
They made it easy for everybody.
It's very flexible. I'm one of the beneficiaries.
Federal Mortgage Bank has done well.
Houses for all.
Barnabas Yunusa, a staff of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, is a resident of the Bauchi Unity Estate along Jos Road, Bauchi State. He got to know about the estate through a friend.
I got to know about this estate through a friend that has been residing here for some time. I got to know about it and she introduced me to the estate manager. I spoke with him. Likewise, I also spoke with the estate developer. I told him of my intention to own a house here and they put me through.
Initially, he was required to pay an equity of 495,000 naira, which is 10% of the total amount to acquire the property. But due to the absence of a primary mortgage bank in the state, the loan window was changed to rent to own, which he says is more suitable for him.
I was also to own the home through a primary mortgage institution. Even though that has not worked out with the primary mortgage institution, but then there's an arrangement that the Federal Mortgage Bank has introduced, which is rent to own.
Mr. Barnabas has lived in his two-bedroom semi-detached bungalow for about 5 years. He says different factors attracted him to the estate.
The proximity to town, 1, and 2, the location is situated at the fringe of town, not far from town. From here I can easily access the town, and then the environment is attractive because it is spacious, it is airy, and I like quiet environment. That's the point of attraction for me.
Besides the facilities and infrastructure that have been made available, Barnabas Yunusa says he enjoys a very cordial relationship with his neighbors. He compares owning a home and living in a rented apartment.
Living in one's home is more convenient. You know, you own the house, so there won't be harassment at any point in time by so-called landlord. But when you live in a rented apartment, you know that at every point in time you have to be saving for the next payment for rent. But when you're in your own home, that fear has been put away.
His call to people who are yet to benefit from the FMB and NHF scheme, and to those who are still in doubt of the scheme, is to approach the bank, make inquiries. He encourages people to take advantage of the scheme and own homes through a gradual and convenient process.
Quite an interesting witness there. You've just heard from Mr. Barnabas, a beneficiary of the NHF scheme. Do not wait any longer if you're yet to start contributing into the scheme. You can visit any of our branch offices near you, or you can log on to our website at www.fmbn.gov.ng for more details. If you're already a contributor, you can dial *219# to check your contributions. Until next week, when I'll come your way again with another exciting package. Enjoy the rest of your night.